Cucumbers, the joy to many and the polite insult to many more. Love them or hate them, they make a brilliant, fantastic, amazing wine, especially if you combine them with some seasonal herbs and flavourings. Today, we are going to be making a wonderful, sublime cucumber and mint wine. So stay tuned for the recipe as we go through and create one of the most deserving summer wines you can ever make. Even if you loathe cucumbers, or if you love them for various different reasons, you will love this wine. It's summer, it's a burst, it's brilliant in a wine glass, and so easy to make. Now what we need is an orgy of cucumbers, about 4 or 1.2 kilograms worth. And what we want to do initially is slice them into very, very thin slices. The more surface area you have of your fruit or vegetable, the more flavour and sugar it departs into your wine. And that's what we want. We want flavour, we want sugar, we want all that good sticky sweetness leaking out and squirting everywhere into the juice to make that brilliant, fantastic wine. With your 4 cucumbers sliced, either with surgical precision and very thin, or more rustically chunked into larger chunks. Your choice, either way works really. We want to incorporate them in with the rest of the ingredients to make this brilliant, fantastic summer wine. So what we need to do is halve 2 lemons ready to extract the juice. We also want to prepare the mint. We want to bruise it to extract all that divine, brilliant aroma and natural oil. That is awesome for the flavour of the wine. You don't add too many leaves, not more than 20, maybe 25 at a push, because you don't want this wine to be tasting like cheap toothpaste or Listerine. That reminds me, I had a question the other day. Someone asked if they can actually sterilise a demijohn using Listerine. Short answer to that question is no. Listerine is the devil's word and not good for sterilising demijohns. If you try that method, you're pretty much certain to fail. So do not use Listerine for sterilising demijohns. Tip of the day for you. Anyway, halve your lemons, bruise your 20 or so fantastic mint leaves. You can use different types of mint if you like. Chocolate mint works really well, as does lemon mint. Whatever flavour you want, minty, spearmint, lemon mint, chocolate mint, go for it, experiment. Play around with the flavours and use what you have growing in your garden or your neighbour's garden, or whatever you can pinch and forage, go for it. Grab yourself a clean fermentation vessel and we will start combining all those wonderful, amazing flavours into it. The first thing we want to do is pour in 1 kilogram of granulated sugar straight in to your clean, sanitised fermentation vessel. We also want to put in, on top of that sugar, the cucumber slices. So pour those in and then squeeze in the lemons really well and add the chunks of lemon as well into the mix with the sugar and the cucumber. And then on top of your sugar, your cucumbers and your lemons, you want to add your bruised mint into the combination to get that flavour working. Oh, heavenly. So pour in your fresh garden mint. And the next thing we want to add to the combination of all your other ingredients is 1 tea bag to help with the tannin and the mouth feel of the wine. It just adds an overall easier, more smoother drink for you to enjoy in summer. So pour in, so shove in your 1 tea bag into the pot. Fantastic. And now we want to pour over 4 litres of near boiling water to the mix. Get that sugar dissolved. Get all the cucumber infused with the sweetness and the lemon juice and the mintiness. Oh, fantastic. And then, once you've added your 4 litres of near boiling water, pour over an extra litre of cold water. And now we want to set this aside in a place to cool down before we proceed with the other things that we're going to add. So put it aside, go have a glass of wine and come back when it's the temperature of breast milk. Fresh breast milk. See you in a moment. Oh, the aroma coming off your wine is divine, blissful. It's like nearly Pim's style, and everyone knows what Pim's o'clock is meant to be. So what we need to do now is simply add some yeast nutrients and some yeast to the mix to get it all bubbling and fermenting and having a right party and orgy in there. Get those cucumbers doing what they do best, satisfying the yeast, satisfying the flavour and making it become epic, amazing, brilliant, fantastic. So sprinkle in small amounts of yeast nutrients and also add some wine yeast. For this wine, I am using just a general purpose wine yeast. Nothing too fancy. It does not need anything too elaborate to bring out the flavours of the cucumber and the mint. So pour in about a teaspoon's worth of your wine yeast. And now what we're going to do is set this aside in a warm place and leave it for 5 or 6 days. You will notice that there's a big froth, a big fermentation taking place. Those cucumbers will roll around in there as it bubbles and ferments. Those lemons will bob up and down. The mint will infuse the liquid with their great, fantastic mintiness. So set it aside in a warm place for 5 or 6 days and let it do its thing. So whilst we wait for this to do, why don't you check out my latest book? It's all about mead making and it contains loads of recipes, tips, tricks on how to make mead properly and a great big range of doing it. It is linked down below in the description, so why don't you go and check it out? It is awesome. So I'll see you in a few days' time and we'll continue with this wonderful cucumber and mint wine. Greetings! 5 days have passed. Welcome back. 5 days have passed and the cucumber and mint wine is looking amazing, fantastic. It's frothy, it's foamy. That yeast is doing its job with that flavour of the cucumber and the sugar and the sweetness and the lemons. It's all becoming divine, fantastic, amazing, brilliant. And now what we want to do is move on to the next stage, which is extracting all of the cucumber and putting the liquid into the demijohn. There are numerous different methods that you can use to proceed with this stage. Personally, I like to run the liquid through a sieve or a colander to catch the mint and the cucumber. Oh boy, it smells divine. So what we're going to do now is just simply pour the contents through a sieve into another big vessel, such as a saucepan. You want to capture all the bigger chunks, the cucumber, the lemon halves, the mint leaves, any big bits. It does not matter if some of the sediment goes through. That will filter down, that will be wrapped off later on. One thing I have noticed about cucumber wine every time I have made it, the liquid that you get from fermenting the cucumbers always seems to be rather thick at the start of the fermentation process. But at this stage, when you remove the liquid from the cucumbers, if it's rather thick, don't panic. It's not an issue. It's something to do with the cellular structure of the cucumbers and they release a lot of soluble solids into the liquid, a lot of the cell structure. So don't panic, it is normal for cucumber wine to be thicker at the start. So what we need to do now is transfer the liquid into a clean, sanitized, sterilized demijohn and you will see just how thick it looks compared to a normal wine must. So grab yourself a clean, sanitized, sterilized demijohn and a clean, sterilized funnel and proceed to pouring the liquid into the demijohn. And as you do pour it in, you will notice that it does have a certain density to it, which is fine for cucumber wine. It will settle out, it will thin out, it will become brilliant. Just don't panic at this stage. And now we just need to insert a clean airlock, set it aside in a warm place to carry on fermenting. In a few days, you may want to top it up once you've made sure that there's no vigorous fermentation taking place, which will blow out of your airlock. That gravity, that thickness, the density of the liquid will drop to the bottom with all the cellulose sediment. It will all come down and then you want to rat it off as soon as you get about a finger's width of sediment at the bottom. And boy, this is going to be a delicious, fantastic, wonderful wine to enjoy in summer. It does not take long to mature, it does not take long to clear, but you will be most surprised at how it tastes, this wonderful cucumber and mint wine. If you want to see another weird, wonderful wine recipe, check out this video up by here, and I will see you all really soon. You have a good day now.